Welcome to Hedge Apple Acres. In today's video, we're going to measure the feed consumption using an Advantage feeder. Hope you stay tuned. So at the Tulsa Farm Show, we visited the 3-in-1 feeders, or the Advantage feeders, booth and talked to them about their feeders. They're very similar to a self feeder or creek feeder, but they have a couple big differences. The main thing is it can limit consumption, and it limits consumption by requiring the animal to use saliva and their tongue to lick the feed. And that saliva will last about 5 minutes for them to consume some feed. After their saliva's gone, they have to go graze, get a drink of water, do whatever. And according to them, it takes about an hour for the animal to build that saliva level up enough to come back to the feeder, thus allowing the animal to eat multiple times through the day. With the animal having to eat multiple times during the day, rumen function is improved. So let's take a look at the feeder. It's got setup information here as well as feeding guidelines. And the trough here, it has a spring or top part that comes out. You can see, so you have this opening right here, and then there's another opening down here too that goes up and down and then back and forth. So you have a upper adjustment, which is how far the gap is here, and you have a lower adjustment, which is how far that gap is. We're going to put it on a 4 on the upper level and a 3 on the bottom level. Okay, I've got all the adjustments set. 4 for the upper adjustment and 3 on the lower adjustment. Now we're going to go fill it full of feed and weigh it. It's been 6 days since we filled the feeder, so we're going to go get the feeder, put it on the scales, and see how much feed the animals consumed. Okay, let's look at the weight. $508. And let's look back at the feeder. So we can see they've been eating. Still feed in there. Let's look at the other side. This side's a little bit cleaner. So our feeder started the week with 1,175 pounds. At the end of the week, we had 508 pounds for a difference of 667 pounds. We had 9 calves of varying sizes running to it, as well as 4 goats who escaped their pen. When I'm doing math, trying to figure consumption, I consider 6 goats equal to 1 cow. So I'm figuring for consumption this week, I had 9 2/3 animals eating at my feeder. 9 heifers and 4 goats, and I'm counting the 4 goats as 2/3 of 1 cow. So 667 pounds of feed consumed in 6 days by 9 2/3 animals is a consumption of 11.5 pounds a day. When I look at their guide for 4 for the upper adjustment and 3 on the lower adjustment, they suggest consumption will be 6.6 pounds. There's a large difference there. A large amount of that difference will be due to the type of feed we're feeding. We're feeding a 3-way with corn added, and they were talking about a grain mix. So some difference there. While the 11.5 pounds is a little bit more than what I want to feed, it is less than what they would eat if they had full access to a self-feeder. So overall, I'm happy. It just requires more adjustment for me. We'll do a video for the feeder again with a little bit different adjustment. We'll see how much they consume. Also next weekend we will be pulling blood for pregnancy testing. So stay tuned. As always, thank you for watching, and we encourage you to click the like button and subscribe. We'll be seeing you more.